I never suspected that my seemingly ordinary life, meticulously scheduled and dominated by routine, concealed hidden chapters of passion and mystery. For years, I prided myself on the safety of predictability, early morning coffees, a steady 9-to-5 job, and evenings spent in the quiet solitude of my modest apartment. Every detail was recorded on my phone and in my digital calendar, and my rideshare history was as unremarkable as any other aspect of my carefully constructed existence. Until one rainy evening, when an unexpected glance at my rideshare history changed everything. It was well past dusk when I returned from work, exhausted yet accustomed to the humdrum of daily commutes. As I scrolled through my rideshare app to check my expenses, I noticed trips that I didn't remember taking. There were rides marked with unusual destinations, a chic hotel in the heart of the city and several trips to upscale neighborhoods that I had never consciously visited. At first, I dismissed them as anomalies, perhaps misattributed rides or mistaken pickups. But the more I examined the history, the more I realized there was a pattern. Each ride had been taken late at night, and the destination was always the same elegant hotel, its name shimmering across the screen in bold letters. My pulse quickened as I recalled vague fragments of memory, moments of disjointed recollection, flashes of opulent interiors, and the lingering taste of fine champagne. It was as if my subconscious had been leading me on secret journeys, hidden from the glare of daylight. That night, curiosity and apprehension wrestled within me. I sat alone in my apartment, the rain pattering against the window as I scrolled through the rideshare history again and again. The same destination recurred, a luxurious hotel with a modern glass facade, known among a discreet few for its impeccable service and aura of exclusivity. The timestamps were consistent, each trip taken between 11:30 p.m. and 12:15 a.m. I began to wonder, had I been unknowingly drawn into a hidden world? Were these rides real, or had someone arranged them on my behalf? A chilling thought flickered through my mind, perhaps I was not the only one being led astray by secrets, and the rideshare history was a breadcrumb trail to a life I had never chosen but always yearned for. Unable to shake the mystery, I decided to investigate. I cross-referenced the destinations with my memory, recalling that on a couple of nights, I had awoken with hazy impressions of having spent time in a place that exuded sophistication and allure. I rummaged through my phone for text messages, emails, and any indication of prior reservations. Nothing concrete emerged, only a series of encrypted notifications and digital receipts that confirmed luxurious stays and elegant dinner bookings. It was as though my life had been quietly segmented into two parts, the daylight routine and a secret nocturnal existence that I had completely forgotten about. One particularly stormy night, as thunder rolled in the distance and city lights blurred in the downpour, I mustered the courage to follow the trail. I locked my apartment and hailed a rideshare to the address of the chic hotel that had repeatedly appeared in my history. The journey was surreal. As I watched raindrops race down the window, my mind buzzed with anticipation and uncertainty. The car's interior, warm and dimly lit, felt like a quiet cocoon that separated me from the everyday world, and each mile brought me closer to the unknown. When the car finally pulled up in front of the hotel, a modern architectural marvel with sleek lines and an understated elegance, I stepped out into the cool night air. The hotel's facade shimmered under the glow of streetlights, and I hesitated at the entrance, my heart pounding with both fear and excitement. I approached the check-in desk, where a courteous attendant greeted me as if expecting my arrival. "Good evening, Ms. Reynolds," he said in a low, reassuring voice. I realized, with a jolt, that my reservation was indeed confirmed under that name, though I had no recollection of making such a booking. The attendant handed me a beautifully embossed keycard and a printed itinerary outlining the night's events, a private suite reserved for me, an exclusive dinner at the hotel's renowned restaurant, and, most intriguingly, a note stating, "Tonight, secrets come to light." I felt a mixture of disbelief and exhilaration as I took the keycard. Had I truly been slipping away under the cover of darkness, or was someone orchestrating these escapades on my behalf? My mind swirled with questions, but the allure of the unknown was too powerful to resist. I ascended to my suite, a spacious retreat with floor-to-ceiling windows that offered a breathtaking view of the city's glittering skyline. In the quiet solitude of that luxurious room, I took a moment to breathe deeply and consider what had just transpired. There was an undeniable thrill in knowing that a hidden part of my life was unfolding, a secret world where elegance, mystery, and forbidden intimacy intertwined in ways I had never imagined. As midnight approached, I felt a subtle tug at my heart, a compulsion to leave the sanctuary of my room and follow the instructions outlined in the itinerary. I changed into an outfit I had laid out earlier, a sleek, midnight blue dress paired with delicate silver accessories that caught the light with each movement. I glanced at the itinerary one last time: check-in at 11:45 p.m., dinner at 12:15 a.m., and an additional note promising a private meeting after dinner. My pulse raced with a mix of anticipation and trepidation as I left my suite and made my way to the hotel's exclusive dining area. The restaurant was a study in refined opulence. Soft candlelight flickered over elegantly set tables, and the quiet murmur of hushed conversations created an atmosphere of intimate secrecy. I was led to a table reserved just for me, a small, private corner with a view of the city below. As I settled into my seat, I couldn't help but wonder if, at some point, I would encounter the mysterious force behind these secret bookings. I ordered a glass of champagne and took a tentative sip, savoring the crisp, delicate bubbles that seemed to promise the unraveling of hidden mysteries. Minutes later, a discreet chime sounded on my phone. I glanced at the screen to find a new message from an unknown sender: "Your secret date awaits. Please meet at the private lounge. Code, Noir." My heart pounded. This was it, the next step in the unfolding drama of my nocturnal life. With a sense of both apprehension and bold determination, I excused myself from the table and made my way through elegantly lit corridors toward the private lounge. The lounge was tucked away in a quiet wing of the hotel, a sanctuary of soft, ambient lighting, plush seating, and an air of subdued luxury. The space felt like a secret meeting place for those who lived on the fringes of society, a place where whispered conversations held the power to change lives. I took a seat in a secluded corner, the glow of the table lamp casting gentle shadows across my face, and waited. Every sound, the rustle of a passing gown, the faint clink of glass from a nearby table, seemed amplified in the quiet hush of the lounge. After what felt like an eternity of waiting, the door opened silently, and a figure emerged from the dim light. He was tall and impeccably dressed in a dark, tailored suit, and his eyes, a deep shade of onyx, met mine with an intensity that sent a shiver down my spine. "Good evening," he said softly, his voice smooth and measured. "I'm Gabriel." There was something mesmerizing about his presence, a quiet magnetism that made the world around us fade away. I offered a tentative smile as I introduced myself, and in that simple exchange, I felt as if a secret chapter of my life was beginning to unfold. We spoke in hushed tones, our conversation gradually deepening from polite introductions to the more intimate truths of our lives. Gabriel confessed that he, too, had been drawn into this hidden world by a series of mysterious, encrypted messages, notifications that had led him to secret hotel stays and clandestine dinner dates in upscale venues. His voice was tinged with both longing and resignation, and as he recounted the nights he had slipped away into luxury under the cover of darkness, I felt a kinship that was both unexpected and profound. I told him about my own experiences, the digital receipts I had found in my rideshare history, the misdirected texts, the elegant confirmations that had seemed to pull me into a secret life I had never consciously chosen. With every word exchanged, it became clear that our journeys, though separate until now, were intricately intertwined by a shared longing for authenticity and connection. The atmosphere in the lounge was thick with unspoken emotion. Soft jazz played in the background as we discussed the delicate balance between routine and rebellion, between the mundane and the magical. Gabriel's eyes never left mine, and I felt that in his gaze there was an invitation, a silent promise that the night held more secrets yet to be revealed. As our conversation grew more intimate, I found myself opening up about the hidden parts of my soul, the parts that had long been suppressed by a life of conformity. Every confession felt like a release, a step toward reclaiming my true self, even if it meant embracing the vulnerability that came with it. Eventually, a discreet alert arrived on my phone, interrupting our conversation: "Elegant dinner invitation, private room at l'Etoile. Confirm now." I glanced at Gabriel, and in our shared look, there was a mutual understanding that the night was far from over. With a quiet nod, I confirmed the invitation, and we both rose from our seats. Together, we left the private lounge, our steps echoing softly in the polished corridors of the hotel as we headed toward our next destination, a private dinner that promised to further illuminate the hidden wonders of the night. The journey to l'Etoile was a sensory delight. The corridors of the hotel were bathed in a soft, golden glow, and every detail, the gentle hum of conversations, the delicate clinking of glasses, even the faint scent of expensive cologne, seemed to herald an evening of refined mystery. When we arrived at l'Etoile, I was led into an intimate dining room where a table was set exclusively for two. The space was adorned with subtle floral arrangements and flickering candles that cast dancing shadows on the walls. I took my seat beside Gabriel, my heart still racing with anticipation, and we began our dinner. The meal at l'Etoile was a revelation of culinary artistry. Each course was presented as a delicate symphony of flavors, carefully designed to evoke both nostalgia and the thrill of discovery. The first course, a tender amuse-bouche of lightly seared scallops with a drizzle of lemon-infused olive oil, tantalized my palate, while the second, a meticulously plated salad of heirloom tomatoes, basil, and a hint of aged balsamic, was both refreshing and evocative. With every dish, my senses awakened, and the rich, layered experience of the meal seemed to mirror the unfolding of my secret journey. Between courses, Gabriel and I exchanged knowing glances and soft, measured words. Our conversation flowed from light banter to deeper confessions about our hidden lives, the night spent in luxurious anonymity, the secret rendezvous that stirred long-suppressed desires, and the quiet rebellion against a life lived in monochrome. Each moment was a revelation, each shared secret a small act of defiance against the confines of our former routines. The elegant dinner was not just a meal, it was an immersive experience, a sensory journey that reaffirmed our shared commitment to living with passion and authenticity. As the final course, a delicate dessert of rose-infused panna cotta drizzled with a touch of honey, was served, I felt that the night had reached its apex. Every flavor, every whispered word, had contributed to a mosaic of emotions that filled my heart with a bittersweet sense of fulfillment. Yet, just as the last spoonful melted on my tongue, my phone buzzed again with another discreet alert: after-dinner soiree, private lounge transition. Confirm with OUET. I exchanged a look with Gabriel, and without a word, we both confirmed the message. We knew that the night's journey was meant to continue. A final chapter awaited in a secluded space where the intimate and the forbidden would converge. The ride to the next destination was quiet and filled with a contemplative stillness. The city outside blurred into streaks of light and shadow as we navigated the darkened streets. The anticipation was almost palpable. I could feel every beat of my heart echoing in my ears as I wondered what further secrets the night would unveil. The discreet alert had promised an after-dinner gathering in a private lounge, a space reserved for those who had dared to follow the call of the unknown. We arrived at the private lounge, a hidden enclave tucked away in the rear of the hotel. The space was an intimate blend of modern luxury and timeless elegance, a sanctuary with plush seating, soft ambient lighting, and the gentle strains of a live piano that filled the room with a soothing melody. I took a seat near a large window that overlooked the city's sleeping skyline, feeling as though I was suspended in a cocoon of refined secrecy. Gabriel joined me, and we continued our conversation, our voices low and filled with a sense of urgency and quiet exhilaration. We spoke of the nature of desire and the thrill of secret encounters, the unspoken promise that there was always more to life than the routine, that hidden passions could be awakened by a single, carefully encrypted message. In that private lounge, every whispered word, every shared glance, felt like an affirmation of our willingness to live boldly in the face of convention. I marveled at the delicate interplay of light and shadow, at the way the soft piano notes seemed to underscore every emotion. The discreet notifications that had led me here were like secret signposts, guiding me along a path that was uniquely mine, a path of passion, mystery, and transformation. As the night wore on, time seemed to slow until the gentle hum of the piano gave way to a final notification on my phone: final transition, rooftop garden rendezvous. Confirm within 3 minutes. Code, vivid. I glanced at Gabriel, and in his eyes I saw a mirror of my own excitement and vulnerability. With a deep, resolute breath, I confirmed the message, and together we left the private lounge, stepping into the cool, pre-dawn air and ascending the narrow staircase toward the rooftop garden. The rooftop garden was a breathtaking oasis above the city, a hidden world where time appeared to stand still. The space was bathed in the soft luminescence of scattered fairy lights and the gentle glow of the moon, which cast a silver sheen over manicured lawns and elegant seating areas. I found a secluded bench beneath a pergola draped with climbing ivy and delicate blooms, and for a long while, I sat in quiet reflection. The view was a sweeping panorama of the city below, each flickering light a symbol of hidden stories and secret desires. In that serene, otherworldly atmosphere, I felt a profound sense of release, a letting go of the constraints of routine and the embrace of an authentic, passionate self. Gabriel joined me on the bench, and we spoke softly as the early hints of dawn began to chase away the night. His voice, tender and reassuring, echoed in the cool air. "Tonight, we have rediscovered ourselves," he murmured. "We have stepped out of the shadows of our old lives and into a world where every secret, every whispered promise, has the power to transform us." His words resonated deeply, and as I gazed into the limitless sky, I realized that the journey we had embarked upon was not merely an escape from routine, it was a profound awakening, a call to live with authenticity, courage, and an unyielding desire for connection. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, painting the sky in soft shades of pink and gold, I felt an overwhelming gratitude for every discreet notification and every secret rendezvous that had led me to this moment. I knew that, though the night was drawing to a close, its impact would linger long into the day, and beyond. My life, once defined by predictable monotony, was now forever altered by the hidden chapters of passionate escapes and intimate encounters. I returned to my suite with a heart both heavy and uplifted, a heart that carried the memories of that transformative night like precious treasures. In the quiet solitude of my room, I began to write feverishly in my journal, capturing every detail: the taste of gourmet delicacies, the sound of soft jazz in a secluded lounge, the gentle brush of a stranger's hand, and the overwhelming beauty of a rooftop garden bathed in moonlight. Each word, each reflection, was a testament to the secret journey that had awakened a new, vibrant part of my soul. Over the following days, I found myself forever changed by what I had experienced. The encrypted messages, the misdirected texts, the digital receipts that revealed secret hotel stays and forbidden, intimate meetups after dark, they were no longer anomalies in my life. They had become the language of my transformation, a subtle but persistent reminder that the extraordinary exists just beneath the surface of the everyday. I began to see that life was not meant to be lived in the confines of routine, but to be embraced in all its unpredictable beauty. I made small changes, choosing to savor moments of spontaneity, exploring hidden corners of the city, and daring to open my heart to the possibility of unexpected connection. In quiet moments at dawn, I would replay the memories of that night, the elegant dinner, the secret rendezvous, the quiet intimacy of the rooftop garden, and I felt an enduring sense of hope. I realized that my journey was not simply about escaping a monotonous existence, but about rediscovering the parts of myself that had long been silenced by fear and conformity. Every discreet message was a call to awaken those hidden desires, to reclaim the passion that life had so often tried to suppress. In time, I began sharing my experiences with a few close friends, and to my astonishment, I discovered that many of them had felt the same subtle pull, a secret longing for a life filled with passion and adventure. Our conversations grew deeper, and we found solace in the shared knowledge that the mundane could be transformed into something extraordinary by simply daring to listen to the whispers of the night. Now, as I sit in the soft light of a new morning, I am filled with gratitude for the secret journeys that have reshaped my life. The rideshare history that first exposed the hidden pattern of my secret hotel stays, the digital receipts that confirmed forbidden, intimate meetups, and the encrypted messages that led me down this path, they have all become chapters in a story of rebirth. I know that my life will never be the same, that every time my phone vibrates with a discreet alert, it carries the promise of a new adventure, a new secret rendezvous that beckons me to step into the unknown. This is my legacy, a life transformed by hidden messages, by the courageous embrace of the unexpected, and by the quiet, persistent call to live authentically. Every moment spent in secret, every taste of forbidden luxury, has woven together a tapestry of passion, vulnerability, and unyielding hope. I have learned that the extraordinary is often found in the smallest, most unexpected gestures. A stray text, an encrypted email, a discreet notification can all unlock a world of hidden wonders if we are brave enough to follow the call. And so, with each new day and every new message, I continue to step forward into a world that is as vibrant as it is mysterious, as tender as it is daring. I no longer fear the hidden chapters of my life, I embrace them, cherishing every secret rendezvous and intimate moment as a testament to the beauty of living beyond the confines of routine. In that daring act of opening my heart to the unknown, I have discovered that life's most profound adventures begin when we choose to trust in the magic of a misdirected alert, a single, unexpected message that forever alters the course of our destiny.